following him, Merv and Gary Neville. Gary Neville's done a 109 in traffic here. I'm wondering if he's just maybe struggling a little bit. As we say that, he does a 107, so a bit closer to the pace.
Yeah, Jason was pulled up at just before the bridge there. I'm not sure what's happened there. Hopefully it's nothing too major.
I would imagine he has kept going, I believe. He's still on track.
Yeah, he's kept going. He just stopped to the side a little bit and had a little bit of weaving. He might have a little bit of front end damage during warm up on it. I'm too sure there. I wasn't really watching.
Oh, Damo's just gone off at turn 9 and hit the fence. A little bit of damage there. It's going to be interesting down at the first corner though to see what happens, and hopefully we don't have any drama. Justin gets it a bit.
Yeah, he's got a bit loose there.
Just a little bit loose and hit the wall.
Yeah, he came out on the last corner a bit loose as well, so he kind of snapped back on him. But yeah, the start of the race will be very interesting going to turn 1, and hopefully these guys have some gentleman racing happening and leave each other room and have some good racing throughout the 10 laps. Is it 10 laps or 10 minutes?
It is 2 10-lap races with progressive grids, so if you don't have a good result, you will be starting from the back, but then again, it's not a big penalty as such. There's not a full grid. There's only 5 drivers tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is quite disappointing. See how much of a traction this series got during the talks.
Well, I think the idea of this series is good to get the drivers' confidence and experience and help them further their racecraft as such. And I think overall these drivers will be reincorporated into the top tier, and we should possibly see a separate split for them in the main category. That way they're still racing with other cars around them, just a different way of doing it. Out of the 5 guys we've got tonight, we have 3 drivers not appearing. So we'll have a full grid of 8, hopefully next round. And while we're at it, we can quickly load up the calendar with just under 2 minutes to go. We'll give you a rundown of what the weather series will be going. And I'm sure that will be very interesting because the drivers themselves have picked the circuits. It shows how much they are involved in their racing. So we have, if I've got the right file up, that would help.
Yeah, I've got one myself.
First round is Oran Park. We go to Barbagallo Raceway in WA next. Then head back to the Apple Isle in Symonds Plains near Launceston. Sydney Motorsport Park is round 4, and then we go to Monaco, interestingly. Bathurst is after that. Adelaide, the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. Hidden Valley, Thruxton. Now that will be interesting because that is the fastest circuit in the UK, and a majority of it is right-hand corners. So that'll be interesting for tyre wear. And then the final circuit, we've got round 11 is Newcastle. We do have the option to add 3 more circuits to the calendar. I'm sure they will be filled in a due course. So busy calendar for these guys. Yes, Alex, you're going to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, which one would you be most excited for? For myself, it would be the Nürburgring. I got a soft spot for that little track myself. Got pretty good success out of it.
Well, the Grand Prix circuit, interesting you say. The Grand Prix circuit is quite technical and challenging. Monaco will be interesting to watch with the close walls and the ability, as we know in F1, you don't really get any overtakes. So I think all the circuits will be good, and be interesting to see what happens with those guys. But we finished the warm-up, and we will head into the race. The grid will form, and of course, if we remember,
Have you got any predictions on race winner today? Let's have a look at the glass ball.
I'm not sure I'll have any predictions because we've got two fast guys coming through from the back. It'd be interesting to see if they can avoid chaos at the first corner. And waiting to the grid to finish forming.
We should remind people these guys do have these guys are using free setup, so they're able to tune their own cars. Is that correct?
I'm not too sure. We've got lights out and away we go. Yulby gets a good start, bags them up. Chris Finlayson got a good start as well around the outside. He's not going to go for it. Yulby clear leader. Contact as Neville dives it down the inside and there's contact made. Two cars gone wide, three cars. Justin's off the road. Chris has got the easy start and he's through into the lead, followed by Damo. Justin makes a good pass on Newby. Leaving the door open, good racing room. Oh, Justin spins his contact. Both cars, unfortunately, Newby had nowhere to go. And Justin just looped it around on the accelerator. Unfortunately for him.
Maybe we might be happy about that at all.
Yeah, one of those unavoidable racing incidents, unfortunately. Damo keeping Chris honest here at the front. We start lap 2. Got the V8 safety car poised and ready to go. Chris deep into turn 2. He's gone way too deep. Missed his braking marker. And he is a long way behind now. Damo's got a pretty easy run. He's going to lose out to Yulby as well, Chris.
Yeah, yes he is. Yulby's going to be making his way back up through the field. He's up at the second now after the terrible start he had, which is good.
He's got the... Sorry, I was going to say he's got the pace, but can he do it? How damaged is his car? He hit the tyre wall pretty heavy side on.
Well, since checking his pace down and the way he's driving, I don't think he's got that much damage at all.
We'll see how we go.
Yes, but at the moment we'll check out the gap between Demo and Yulby and see if he can make it through back into first before the 10 laps are done.
It's roughly 8.25 seconds.
We've got 10 seconds at the moment.
It's a pretty sizable gap.
Yeah, here he comes across the control line now.
It's about 8.5 seconds.
Yeah, 8.5 seconds. So he's got a lot to work for. But he's got clean air and plenty of track room.
From the pits, there's going to be a safety car call because there's a bit of damage out there. So Tomo's going to get the safety car out, and Mo's going to go and fix his damage.
Okay, safety car has been called, and it will pick up the leader.
Which is going to be
Damo.
Damo.
So
Damo. Yep.
Damien
Sorry,
Carter.
Damo.
You're all right, mate. So Yulby has second.
This will actually be real good for Yulby to catch up, and it's going to be a close race for the rest of the track time.
Yeah, it'll bring the field back together.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
So it'll be good to see safety car waiting at the exit of turn 2. And we'll shortly pick up the leaders. We should only have about 1 or 2 laps taken away, so we should possibly end up with a 4-lap sprint to the finish.
Well, sorry to interrupt here, but this is interesting. You being Chris is just coming into the pit lane to so he must have had damage.
Yeah, I'd say they would have as they come into the pits. River down in the pit lane. What is the story? Who's got the damage and what are they doing? It's a bit like trying to play.
Yeah, sorry, I was in the other group chat. Yeah, Merv's got a penalty, so he's coming in to wipe his penalty. And he's got a bit of damage from that. Yeah, he's still got the drive-through he's mentioning, so I'm not sure. He might have to come back around and do that. From that wall incident, old mate's going to come in and fix that up as well.
Fair enough.
The drive-through penalty, we didn't pick that up. That's going to be interesting.
No, there's a drive-through, yeah.
I think Damo might have a penalty. I'm not too sure. Looking at the time his list, it's a bit interesting. I think that is pit stop related, but Damo hasn't taken a pit stop, so I'm not too sure what's happening there. But we'll get back to the front of the field. Safety car has grabbed the leader, and we have Gary Neville behind him, who has got to come back in. So the current race standings are: we have Damien Carter in the lead, followed by Gary Neville. We have Justin Bryce in third. Merv will be serving that little time penalty there. And Chris is bringing up the field. Has Merv gone a lap down, River? I'm wondering.
By the looks of it, he does seem like to be a lap down according to our lifetime.
Interesting to see. I wonder if he will get a pass through.
Yeah, he went to serve it there before, but it didn't wipe. So he come around again, and now it's wiped. So he's a lap down by the looks.
Okay, so this has got to be to do with the penalty that didn't go through.
Yeah, he's come into the pits three times and lost a lap in the result.
I'm thinking he had a drive-through and maybe he's pulled up in the box and he's tried to wipe it that way, but it sort of had to do the drive-through.
So we'll get back underway very shortly. So we've got Damo in first position, and this Gary's not for position either. Gary Neville, he's a lap down. Merv is not. He's in third. So we've got Damo. And Justin is second. You'll be his third as he lights up those rear tyres. And Chris now catching up to the back of the pack here. Has fourth position.
Safety car lights are out, it seems like, so we're about to go racing this lap.
Negative. Okay.
Race control have informed us. We're going very slowly here.
Yeah, he's going to do one more lap and then he's going to peel in and let the boys go.
We'll have about 3 to 4 laps to do. And this will be quite an interesting run to the flag. Can Damien get it done? Be interesting to see.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Jason is going to do. Like, if he's going to let them pass to the back end, or he's going to hold them up for a little bit. And that's also going to be in consideration about this as well.
Well, remember they got a lap car in between them here, so it's going to all depend if Justin is going to have a chance at the win. He's got to get past that Ford very quickly.
Yes, and hopefully officials are onto this and able to get blue flags out to notify.
So the safety car will be in this lap. The driver will have to maintain set speed. Maintain control of the field. Don't forget Chris at the back of the pack there. He's got some good pace. Can they use it though with what I assume would be very cold tyres right now? Safety car accelerating away from the field. Damien has control. Safety car is in pit lane.
And off they go.
He hasn't gone yet.
I guess that they wait for the control line.
He's gone now. Something happened back in the pack slightly there.
Great jump. That was a great jump by Damon right there.
I think Yulby Merv might have slightly been as Chris just backs it in too hot into the first turn again.
Luckily he moves everyone during that, but that's going to do his racing for the rest of this lap.
I think it's a mountain to climb now.
Yubi just dive bombed the Nerve for second place. Oh no, sorry, it was in second place. So he just lapped the Nerve again.
So Merv has got past, and he will go after the leader. Justin couldn't quite get the move done. He got past on the restart by Merv, who was just waiting and raring to go. Justin, I don't think is going to get it. Let's have a look at the battle for the lead because he's closing him down. Damo makes a little mistake last corner, goes a bit wide.
Well, Yubi will have did he get tyres during that last stop? I'm not too sure about that one.
It's a possibility. New tyres
Maybe.
will be
New tyres, more grip.
all the key. Even if there's only a few laps difference, it makes all the difference.
Yeah, like fresh tyres builds up a lot of confidence to go in deeper and harder, and yeah, it's gonna make a huge difference. And the exit out this Ford that Yubi's using now is definitely catching up to him as he comes into the bridge.
Well, he's within a second. He's going to make that half a second, I think, by the end of this lap. He is charging. Let's go on board. He's right there. You can see it.
If he gets a good exit out of the last corner and onto the back straight, I reckon he'll have a lunge at turn one.
Go to Hamburger Cam on the roof. Oh, he showed the nose. Used too much of the curve though. Bounced him. He might get away with it though. It's pretty close.
Yeah, that curve hop didn't really affect him that much. He's definitely got speed up. And of course, in line with 2 laps to go, can he make it?
A little bit too much curve on the exit, turn 3 through the apex. Damo is holding him out. Meanwhile, back behind them, Gary's holding firm. But remember, he is he a lap down? I don't think so. The board is showing him in third, so that must be the case.
Okay, I guess race control got on top of that for us when we brought it up.
Oh,
And Newbie got locked up. He
mistake.
got locked up, and but he's still got to spread the tires. Like if he's got the pace to keep up with him, so he's got one more lap to have a go. Oh, hang on, we got 8 out of 10 laps to go, so we've got another 2 laps.
Indeed we do. Justin got past Gary though, and too much power last quarter. He has looped it. Unfortunate for him. I'm not sure what's happened to Chris.
But all the attention is still on the front pack for first and second.
Chris is having a shocker. He's almost going to go a lap down here. Justin's back to 4th. So battle is really for first, second and third, and there's going to be some lap traffic involved. We're on the last lap of the race. What can Merv do? Oh, he's run wide, I think. He's just run a little bit wide. There's a lot of tyre smoke there as the wheel is turning. He's really pushing. Must be struggling with some understeer. Gains quite a lot under brakes. Just can't carry it through the mid-corner. Heading up to the final corner. He's very close.
It is very close, and
oh, there's contact.
Oh,
He's turned him round, and Neville's rear-ended.
Is he going to redress? Are they going to redress?
I don't think they can redress after that.
No, you be slowing down. He's going to redress. Yep, they're both. All the cars are slowing down.
Oh, that's the.
All 3 of them. They've just kept going.
I think that's the end of the race.
Okay, I got 10 laps out of 10. So where they all finished, we've got Yubi.
Well,
No,
Gary stole it on the line because Merv lifted. So Gary Neville gets pole and the win for that one. Somehow magically coming through it, which was a solid effort. Merv finishes in second.
I wonder if there's going to be an investigation with that last corner at the last lap.
Yeah, I think there will be a post-race penalty for that one, unfortunately. So we're watching the lunatic that is Termo doing burnouts in the V8 safety car. Damo's 3rd, across the line, and Justin 4th. He actually did the quickest lap of the race there, a 106.5. Chris finishes 5th, disappointingly, unfortunately.
I believe race control has more pressing matters than doing burnouts at the moment. That is some post-race entertainment for us.
Indeed it is.
Let's head down to River and see what the drivers thinking about those last couple of corners.
Yeah, we'll get the driver's reception.
Yeah, they were just a bit unknown what to do there at the last part, but yeah, they sort of sorted it all out for themselves and like he was redressing, so yeah, it was all good.
Given it was the last corner of the last lap, a bit hard to try and do anything about.
He done the right thing, but yeah, other people could have took the win.
I'm sorry to interrupt here, boys, but we have a safety car reversing the whole track at the moment.
He's doing a pretty good job here, Tam. I must say, he's doing a pretty damn good job.
He has to be the best reversing driver of the year.
He's doing it backwards.
Well, we're looking at the rear hamburger cam now, and it's quite an interesting shot, I must say.
Okay, sorry, continue, River. I just had to get that.
No, that's
one. You don't see this every day.
No, you don't. When he's racing over and on other leagues, he likes the reverse to finish off the races. Yeah, we're just going to sort this grid out, and then they'll have a couple minute warm up, and then we'll go for the second race.
Okay, so that's the brief on this. The drivers tried to redress at the last before the control line, and they've sorted themselves out for the next race. So
mate.
We aren't going to see any. So are we going to see any payback for this?
No. Well, they were pretty friendly about the that just before, so I don't think there'll be any payback.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Interesting little race. I thought they did pretty well overall, so I think they can be quite pleased with themselves. And
Yeah, we got very potential drivers down this league, and I won't be shocked if they come up to the main anytime soon. If a part of the team or privateer.
yeah, there's quite a big gap though in terms of ability, unfortunately, in the main series, and a lot of that is down to setup. Some of that is down to driver ability and confidence and that sort of thing, and the rest of it is also probably track knowledge and experience. So they've done a good job though to
Yeah,
start off
I'm
how they did.
talking as myself as a driver and team owner, I'm definitely liking in the engineering department with setups and springs and stuff like that. So I'm actually glad I actually have a couple of teammates to try and help me develop in that area which I'm lacking in.
Don't forget too, a lot of it can be driving style as well. The driving style of the driver is affects the setup and how the car feels. So it's,
Yeah, that is also true. Like I'm a left foot breaker myself, so I'm pretty sure my other teammates are right foot. So I have to still try and gather the knowledge of setup and springs and stuff like that to get the car to do what I want when I'm on the brakes.
so we're just watching Damien out on track there briefly. I'm not too sure what we're going to do here, whether we're going to stay in this practice session or continue. I think we've lost a driver though. Gary is back in the server.
Yeah, I believe the racing choice is getting the grid sorted out.
So we've got 10-minute warm up here again. And of course, if you do follow the Down Under series, there's some upcoming events across R Factor 2 and Assetto Corsa to keep your eyes on. And of course, this weekend is I believe, is the next round of no, it's next weekend. I do apologise. The 27th.
Yeah, I was wondering which race you were talking about, but yes, it's next weekend for QR for the main drive.
Round 9 of the top tier for V8 supercars Down Under series at Queensland Raceway, and that'll be a ding-donger for sure, no doubt. And
all of us will be doing it. All of us will be driving and that and participating.
Yes, indeed. And Assetto Corsa this weekend. TCR Australia series continues at Barbagallo. So that will be one to watch. Normally that is on the same weekend as the supercars, but for some reason it's this weekend, so that'll be good to watch. Good to participate in. It's a great series, very fun.
Fortunately, I've only done one race in that series. There's a couple of live things to come up, so hopefully I can make it this weekend.
I hope you can, mate. You've missed out on some absolute crackers. Phillip Island was a pretty good weekend for myself. I'm not too sure about the rest of the drivers, but it featured I think it was the the start of lap 4 in the first race, they had 3 cars wide down into turn 1, so that was a quite interesting hard-in-mouth moment.
Oh, how'd that go? Did you guys all make it?
Yeah, yeah, just.
Yeah, no, I had a shocking first round in the I-30. So I've kind of dumped the I-30 and gone into a Ford Focus.
Yeah, that should hopefully be a bit more competitive for you.
Yeah, just didn't have any grip or front grip or any of the straight line speed I was looking for. So I'm glad that the organisers allowed us to readdress a few issues we had.
Yes, well, 7 minutes to go in the warm-up, and probably just be sorting out the grid. And
Yeah, I'm actually glad. I'm glad we didn't.
Sure, if we can get anyone
We
in here. Probably not. I think they're all on the TeamSpeak server, unfortunately.
I think we just had someone drop out. Yeah, Nerve just dropped out for some reason. Hopefully he can get back in before the time.
Gary Neville has left again. He should be able to, though. It is only the warm-up, so... Oran Park, 2.6 kilometres of track action, and the circuit doesn't exist anymore. Unfortunately, it's been bulldozed back at the end of 2008 to make way for a housing development. I believe they've still got some of the old infrastructure there. I believe they've got a couple of bits of signage and that sort of thing marking where the track was.
That would be really cool to have. I'm not too sure about that one myself. Sorry, mate. I can't put any comment into that one.
I'm pretty sure from memory and doing a bit of research about it that there is a little bit of stuff still there hanging around. We're just having a few dramas with the grid, setting the grid up so we won't be too long. Why don't we point our direction to the next event in the top tier series, which is of course Queensland Raceway, and the paperclip as it's known is a short circuit and quite a hard track to get right. 3.13 k's, all of 6 corners, but ever so challenging. Quite bumpy, of course, into turn 1, and
Yeah, I had a quick lap.
hard to set the car up for as well.
Yeah, I had a quick lap around here a couple of weeks ago, and it was a very technical track to get your head around, especially coming over the bridge where the car is actually lifting off the track as you're coming across the bridge, and it gets a bit loosey at the rear end.
Yeah, I believe you're talking about Oran Park there, mate, not Queensland Raceway.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about on the park. Yeah, no. Queensland Raceway. Yeah, you can call it a technical track as well. Just go get your drives out of corners
Yeah,
and get the downforce.
you
Like
got
turn ones and
to
twos.
you got to manage the acceleration load on the tyres and ensure that you can manage the tyre wear out of the traction corners, especially turn 3 and turn 6, being that they are long radius corners where
Yeah, a
the
lot
tyre wear
of the
can
lows
be
going.
quite hard.
Yeah, a lot of the lows going to go to the left-hand tires. So yeah, they're going to get a beating next weekend.
So just waiting for Gary to return. He got unfortunately removed by the server. So I'm not too sure why these guys haven't gone out and done any laps. We could have had them going, but that is okay. I believe the original idea was to go straight into the next race. So
there we are. Nervous has come back in, so hopefully we'll be racing within 2 minutes.
I'm sure we should be. Just waiting to see what the grid will be. And we might try and throw down to the pit lane. River, are you there? It's like trying to play Find the Pit Lane Reporter.
It's been like that all night. It seems like his end has never just got a whole bunch of tactical gremlins in.
Yeah, I'm back, guys. Yeah, we just had a bit of technical issues with one of our drivers. He couldn't get in. It should be ready to go soon.
So what's the updated grid going to be? Is there any applied penalties or what's happening?
No penalties. It's just going to be progressive from race 1. Termo's, it's saying he's on the grid because he's safety car, but he's just going to pull out.
Yep.
The race should get on the way.
Okay, so that protects with no penalties involved. That means we got first, last.
Race is just about to start, guys.
Lights out and away we go. Gary gets an okay start, but he's going to get swamped by Damien and Merv, who've got equally good starts between them.
These guys need to remember what happened.
1, and they're all through cleanly. Chris and Gary. Oh, that was close between Gary and Justin.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact. It wasn't as bad as the first race, so they obviously learned from that mistake.
That was good to see no contact involved. But Merv, we've seen how strong he was on the safety car restart last race. We'll be able to see how he goes today.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap between Merv and the next guy in front of him, which will be Jason. Jason's going to be attacking Yubi, it seems like, in the next couple of laps.
Going. Pamo had a bit of a conservative run through the top of the hill at turn 11. He was a bit wide at 12. So it's all there to pounce. Half a second in it between the top two, and Justin's not too far behind.
Yeah, Jason's got some pace on him to keep up with the front runners. So that's good to see. And looks like we have Chris offered the second corner underneath the bridge. There went a bit heat, too much heat going.
Yeah, just because you might have a fast car doesn't mean you are going to be good in the race. You've got to cover all the bases. And so far, these three at the front are doing quite a good job in managing their car control quite well. I'd love to see Merv try and have a go here. We've seen at the end of the first race what happened, and it's quite interesting.
Yeah, he needs to first catch up to Jason. So he needs to buckle down and get consistent lap times at.
He and Justin are quite close together. We have a look out the back of the FTX Falcon of Merv.
And just an update, Nerve just came off turn 2 and is now back in 5th.
So Chris has got past Gary.
Yeah, Nerve just ran a bit. Yeah, Nerve ran wide at second corner.
Try and charge back towards the front of the field.
Actually looks like Damon's actually pulling a bit more of a gap on Yubi. So I think Yubi's going defensive and trying to end Jace on passing.
It's about a second and a half a gap, and
Jason might be putting the pressure on Yubi.
Justin keeping Merv honest. Very conservative into turn 1 and 2. They don't want to run wide. They're hugging the inside of the corner. Oh, Justin got down the inside. Good move.
It's nice and clean, but I think Yubi's going to do a switchback. He's got the inside.
He does.
He's got the inside and clean he does it. Well done.
Do it, well done. But the more these two battle, the more Damien gets away.
That's true, and it looks like Chris is closing the gap as well.
Oh, Merv's off. Merv's off at turn 8, sorry. Locked the brake, front left through turn 7. He just ran wide. So
I did try and go for it.
Yeah, nearly went side by side. Sorry to cut you off there, mate. Nearly went side by side over the top of the hill.
Yeah, I was just saying to these two keep battling. That means Chris is going to catch up to them real quick.
Justin looks a bit more confident under brakes, I think. He's got the braking down pat. He looks very stable. And you especially notice it down at turn 3, especially after that overtaking manoeuvre he did. He's very strong under brakes. So now he's just got to try and catch up to Damien ahead. Chris is starting to reel them in as well. That excellent pace. He has the fastest lap of the race, which he did last time round, a 1:06.1. He's closing that gap.
Yeah, it looks like Justin's got a bit more of a rhythm going as well. Like he's using all of the roads and maximizing his extra speed.
Merv just looking brake or two. The wheel is turning quite a lot. I'm wondering if he's actually on a controller as such. The wheel lock that these guys are running seems to be pretty high. They got a lot of wheel turn happening. Head back to the front of the field. Damer has a very nice gap here of about 4 seconds. And he's just got to control that through to the end of the race. We're working lap 6 of 10. Justin sitting in second. Merv in fourth as Justin bags him up out of turn 5.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off too there. I'm just on Merv's car, and I'm noticing a lot of smoke coming off of Justin's car when he's braking and turning.
Probably a little bit of brake lock there. We're looking backwards from Justin's VF Commodore. A little bit wide over the top of the hill. And locking a brake, running wide. Running wide in the last corner. Just closes the gap. The pressure is still there. Out ahead that Damien is pulling away. The gap is about 4.5 seconds now. Oh, Merv with the late lunge. Wasn't close enough.
And Chris is thoroughly into this battle now. He's close enough and to these guys to have a go at Yubi at any time.
So this is the battle for second as Chris just not smooth enough with the throttle.
No, he wasn't. That's pulling back a little bit. He's got to work a bit more harder now to catch up.
On board. out of turn 9. 10 and 11. And turn 12, Justin locking up again into turn 12, but
Sorry to cut you off. And I'm back here at 5th with Nerve, and his car is acting real weird. Like, it's coming off the track, and not too sure what's happening there.
possibly might have a bit of damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any replays of anything happening there.
He's actually going to
just
pull
kinda-
into the pits here. I think he might be retiring, possibly. We'll have to see
Yeah,
what
possibly.
comes of that.
We're going thing down by the pit lane river.
We don't.
Yeah, there was a little crash between Merv and Chris, but they readdressed it. Yeah, there was a bit of a lock-up sort of into the corner, and they've readdressed it, and now they're heading back out.
Okay, so the previous contact that we didn't pick up, that he's got Nerve into the pit lane for repairs, but he's gonna get fresh tyres. But he's only got two laps left, so
He's gone down a lap as
the
well
record-
there. Thanks for that, River. But,
All good.
Back to the front. Justin is pulling that gap down. It's under 3 seconds now. He's really charging hard. Can he catch up though? That'll be the question.
yeah, and that gap between Justin and Yubi have widened a lot. I'm not too sure what happened there. I wasn't really following that.
Yeah, between Newbie and Chris, that's one that they had a bit of a incident, and Chris ended up readdressing and letting Merv catch back up, but they lost a lot of time on the leader out of that.
Fair enough for that.
Thank you for that, Rip.
Oh, Justin went a bit of moment, running a bit wide. Over the curb at turn 9. Lost a little bit of time for that. So heading into the final lap. Merv here holding down a solid 3rd place ahead of Chris. The gap.
Yeah, we can safely say if he has a free run, we're going to say also that Damon's going to wrap up a complete. Oh well, sorry.
Very wide, very deep. Carried the brake a long way. Actually had a bit of a lock. And, nearly hit the wall at the final corner. The gap out front here for Damo has gone back to 4.5. It's really solidified. And that's the gap between 1st and 3rd. That's quite a big gap.
I think that was on the same view, but we can safely say like this series is going to be a good one to watch. Already 2 races in and one round in, and already have 2 race winners. So
2 different
and a lot
race
of
winners, yeah. I think, Damo very wide. Had a massive amount of lock there. I'm not sure what happened there. The cross
almost
the
ran into
line
the wall.
and wins race 2. Very good job there. Justin will finish 2nd. Solid race from him, and he's got some very, very good potential.
Yeah, Justin does. He has got a lot of potential there, and same with Merv. As we said, he's a main game.
Main game runner, yeah. You can see the cars are quite well matched in qualifying. Chris will finish 4th. They're quite close in quali. Just the race consistency is something they need to work on a bit. As Gary finishes 5th, and race 2 is over. So
Yeah, but like I was saying, this is going to be a good series to keep an eye on and watch, and watch these guys develop as drivers.
we'll see what's happening if we're going to interview some drivers. Solid 2 races though for the participants. They've done a very good job. believe someone's doing some funnies out there. Damo's doing a couple of burnouts, and very good to see. He's got a nice round circle there. He's done a very good job. Well, very special thanks to Alex for co-commentating here, and down to a River in the pit lane. A very special thanks to him as well. We appreciate your patience in the middle part of the stream where we're waiting for those technical difficulties to be fixed up. But from myself and the crew here at Downunder.
Hey, guys. Do you just want to do interviews? There's a Damo's waiting. Want to do an interview? Or?
Where are we gonna do it, in here or on TS?
Yeah, TS has got a TV in there. We can just drag him straight in there for the interview.
Alrighty, we will do that.
Okay, well, I won't be a part of that interview, unfortunately. My TS is not really working with my mic.
We'll catch you later, Alex. Thank you
Okay,
very much
thanks, Alex.
for coming along and joining me in the commentary box tonight. And you've done a very good job.
Thank you. I've never actually done to co-host a position before. I've always been doing the hosting. So thank you for hosting.
No worries.
Thanks, mate.
My pleasure. We'll get along to the TS and we will
Connected.
Sort it out.
Channel switched.
We are just waiting here.
User was moved to your channel. User joined your channel.
Team speak user, I believe. Is that Damo?
Yeah,
Yes.
Damo.
Congrats, mate. Race
Thank you.
2 winner. And you pretty much did a Stephen Bradbury in the first race, mate.
Yeah. Came a bit unprepared from the start of the night because I wasn't here. So then choked my quali lap, which didn't help as well. So I had to make sure I get a good start so I could get off the line well. And I choked my start, but then everyone just went out in front of me. And then, yeah.
He managed well. You want to briefly talk about that last lap incident on the first lap there?
Yep. I was struggling for last stage of corner the whole time I've been trying to get my setup right. And especially the last corner, I just keep seeming to skate off wide. So I knew if he was going to get me, that's where he was going to get me. And I saw him coming, so I tried to cover. And he went for the gap, and yeah.
User joined your channel.
Very, very good. But you controlled the second race, fantastic, and I'm sure that experience will do you well into the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
Congratulations for that. And who else have we got here? I don't think we've got anyone else in.
User was moved to your
We've got
channel.
Gary Neville. Gary, mate.
Hello.
Good job. You didn't bottle your pole lap. You grabbed the first pole position for the Super 2 Down Under series, and you ended up very nearly winning the first race. I think you actually did.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
After
Merv slowed down to let Damo through, and then I couldn't really stop, so I went through. But yeah, pole position was good. I enjoyed the lap. And then I stuffed it on the first corner.
Unfortunately. Just want to take us through the last corner incident and what you...
User was moved out of your channel.
what your take on that was?
Well, I think Merv was trying to make a move dive to the inside of Damo. I was right behind them, and they obviously both checked up. I sort of went up the back of Merv, and then we all sort of carried on. And obviously Damo got spun round, and we went off
User
to the line from
disconnected
there.
from your channel.
Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. But your race 2 wasn't all that crash hot, unfortunately. You had some
I
connection
won't
issues
talk
in
about that
between
one.
as well, and
Yeah. No, it was pretty rubbish race. Hit the wall, damaged the car, a lap down. There we go.
well, there's always time for improvement next round. Congrats on your pole position, and we'll see you again next time out.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
I think that's